Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Keel here, and we've finally gotten to our last session for the summer refresher course. So we're going to finish up talking about how to write an enduring issues essay, and we've been building up to this over the last few sessions. We started 2 classes ago talking about what is an enduring issue and just identifying what that term means. And then in the last session, we talked about how to find the enduring issue, looking at a set of documents and how do we identify what the enduring issue is. And remember, there can be more than one. And in your homework from last session, you did that handout that was called Finding an Enduring Issue. So again, just to remind ourselves, an enduring issue is an issue that exists across time. It is one that many societies have attempted to address, okay, some successfully, some unsuccessfully. And remember, it is a lasting issue, okay? And it is significant to a lot of people, not just to a few people. So if we look here, you're always going to see this as as you go through ninth or 10th grade, you're going to see this is the question that you're going to be asked. It's always going to look the same. You're going to have those 5 documents. And in our case, I did 4 documents to try to ease you into it, but normally it would be 5 documents. You have to, in your essay, identify and define an enduring issue, and you have to use evidence from the documents and argue why it is significant and how it has endured or lasted across time. So we're going to identify the enduring issue. Okay, I'm going to show you where to do that. Define the issue using evidence from at least 3. You have to argue how it has affected people in the year and how the issue has continued to be an issue or changed over time. So here we're going to organize our essay first. Now, it's all going to be, but I'll take it away. So you have to examine the documents, and in this first part of the enduring issues organizer, you're going to see what enduring issues exist in these documents. And as we went through these documents, the specific example I gave you, a lot of you put conflict, some of you put innovation or technology, okay, or cooperation. So really, you're just identifying the different enduring issues you see in each document. Then you're going to circle whichever enduring issue you're going to go with. And I think a lot of us picked conflict, some of us picked innovation for the most part. So you would circle whichever enduring issue you would like to write about. Remember, there's an element of choice in this essay. What I choose to write about might not be what you choose to write about, and that's okay. You're going to name the enduring issue here. So let's say if it's conflict, you would put conflict. Define it. Define conflict in 1 sentence, okay? And everyone's going to define it a little differently, and again, that's okay. Then you're going to check off which documents you could use for conflict. In the case of this essay, you can use all 4 documents. So we would then go to the back of the organizer, and you're going to choose the 3 documents you want to work with. Again, I only put 3 here because we're easing you into it. If you decide to use 4 documents, that's fine too, or 5, once we use 5 documents. So let's say you're using documents 1, 2, and 3, you would list them here. You would identify, bullet some information from each of the documents and some outside information that you know about that's not in the documents. You would bullet some information about how this enduring issue, affected people and how it has continued to be an issue over time. So again, you're filling this out prior to writing the essay. Now, how to write an introduction, okay? This is how I teach my classes how to write an introduction, okay? Again, everyone's teaching style at the different schools might be a little different, and that's okay. So for what I did is, and you can read this on your own, this page, an enduring issue is an issue that exists over time. It's kind of like a skeleton paragraph that you're just going to fill in. So what I did here is on your handout is I kind of did it for you. It's going to be fill in the blank for the first time because again, this is your first time doing it. So we're not trying to scare you here. An enduring issue is, and then you fill in the blank, just what is an enduring issue? And again, if you have a hard time defining it, I have it up here. It's an issue that exists across time. One example of an enduring issue is, and this is where you would put conflict. You can say this issue can be defined as, and then you would define conflict. Some examples of this enduring issue include, this is when you would go back to your documents, to go back to these documents and say it would be an issue during the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and World War I, okay? And you would fill that in as those 3 time periods, okay, that you're going to be talking about in your essay, okay? And lastly, let's talk about how to write a body paragraph. And I did the same thing here. Again, in the session, we're going to go more in depth, and in class, you're going to go a lot more in depth on how to do this. Just keep these things in mind when you're writing a body paragraph, okay? The number of body paragraphs in your essay is determined by the number of documents. So you're going to have 3 body paragraphs. I teach the way to write an enduring issues in my class is you're going to have 1 body paragraph per document. Some teachers might teach you that you're going to do the first bullet in, you're going to have 2 body paragraphs. But in my class, we're going to have 3 body paragraphs, 1 for each document, because it makes it a little easier for you guys to think of it that way. And this is what you need to kind of start thinking about as you write your body paragraph. We should have a topic sentence or a transitionary sentence. Information from the document, directly from the document. Remember, I urge you not to directly quote from the document. You just paraphrase and then cite the document. You're going to, in your analysis, okay, how has this enduring issue impacted people, or how has this enduring issue continued or changed over time? Include some outside information whenever possible, whenever you feel like you can. Outside information can be woven in throughout the body paragraph. It doesn't have to be, I don't like it when students write, some outside information is. Try not to do that. Weave it in whenever you can. So if the outside information fits best in the beginning of the body paragraph, that's fine, okay? If it's at the end, that's fine too. If it's throughout, even better. And then you'll have a closing sentence. So again, I did the same thing here, okay? Body paragraph 1. So I just started, one enduring issue seen throughout history is, and you repeat yourself and say conflict. The first example of where we have seen conflict was during the, and let's say you're using Revolutionary War, okay? The Revolutionary War was when, and then you would define what the Revolutionary War was. So you're kind of setting the stage. You're giving the historical context, essentially, right? If you think about it from when we talked about historical context, you're setting the stage for your essay. What was the Revolutionary War before you start talking about conflict being an enduring issue? Okay, it can be, the enduring issue of conflict can be seen during the Revolutionary War when now you're using information directly from the documents, when, you know, the American colonies were trying to gain independence from England. Explain the information from the document as it relates, sorry guys, little typo, as it relates to the enduring issue. Okay, so explain from the document how this is an enduring issue, okay, during this time period. Okay, then you're going to say this enduring issue impacted people during the Revolutionary War by, how did it impact people? Very simply, in conflict, a lot of people are injured, a lot of people die, okay? Now you can give some outside information about the time period, okay? Remember, you can, you know, put outside information up here, okay, earlier in the paragraph, but I left some space here for you to do it, okay? And then a great transition to the next body paragraph would be conflict continued to be an issue during the, and let's say you're going to say Civil War, okay? And then you would go to your next body paragraph. So I hope this helped a little bit, these documents, in helping you organize your essay. But remember, we're going to do tons of practice with this throughout the year. All right, have a good day, guys.